Hey guys, it's Tanya, VSG Tanya 2011, and I'm coming with my week, I think it's 43 update. I hate doing these videos from my car, but my schedule's just getting so out of whack that I don't know if I'll have time tonight, so I'm doing it from my car. And I took some notes so I don't forget. So I'll start with the numbers like I always do. At the start of the journey, I was 272.8. Day of surgery, November 17th, 2011, I was 255.6. Last week, which I think was week 41, I was 166.3, which I had a 0.4 gain. And then today, I'm 167.2, so I'm up 0.9, so basically I'm up a pound. And can't really completely explain it. I don't know, I've been retaining fluid for the last few days. Actually, on Saturday, I was 164.4, so I was way down, which was nice. And then I haven't been weighing myself every day. I've kind of gotten out of that mode, but a couple of nights ago, I could feel that I was bloated. My ankles and my feet felt swollen, and I just felt bloated. And I weighed myself before I went to bed, and I was 169.9. I'm like, holy crap, that's 5.5 pounds since Saturday, and that was Tuesday night, and I'm like, that's just insane. So I'm retaining fluid for some reason, and it seems to be flushing out a bit, but I don't know. It seems if you've been following me the last few months, you know that seems to happen to me, and I kind of wonder if I can't remember the last time I talked about this, but I still haven't had a period since April 1st. And so I wonder if my body is still kind of going through the motions that I would, maybe this is the time I normally would have it, and I'm retaining fluid, I'm bloated. Pimples, I've had pimples the last few days, okay, what's that about? So I don't know if I'm trying to start having my period again, or I don't know, whatever. But I'm eating for the most part right. I'm still having some snacking issues, but I am choosing protein when I snack, so it's not totally bad. What else? Exercise. I'm having problems with exercise because the whole fall schedule is back into full swing this week. We kids are back in school. They have gymnastics. William starts soccer. In fact, I'm heading to go pick him up from school and go straight to soccer. So I exercised on Monday, and then I think I may have exercised on Saturday. I can't even remember. But I need to get back into my Saturday and Sunday for sure routine, and then one day during the week. Commit to at least one day during the week, and just try and stick with that. I couldn't exercise on Sunday because we had a Saints game, and that kind of brings me to one of the things I wanted to talk about. I had another one of my episodes where I got extremely weak, and it was really bad on Sunday. We went to the Saints game, and it was a shame because I was so looking forward to it because I haven't seen all the people who sit around us, since the end of last season, so the end of December, beginning of January. And I was anxious to see what people's reactions were going to be to, how different I look. And we're walking to the game. I felt fine. That morning I had decided I'm going to do all protein because I know I want to have popcorn at the game. I'm just going to save my carb allotment for the middle of the day. So I had an egg white cheese omelet with a piece of turkey sausage. So basically I had all, sorry, I'm in the middle of a turn. I had all protein, and then I had a cup of coffee with just a little bit of milk in it. So I had very low carb, high protein breakfast. And then I actually drank a protein shake with 3 net carbs on the way to the game, just to make sure I had enough protein in me. I didn't want to be lacking just because I was having popcorn for lunch that day. And when we got to the dome, we had a cool front come through, so it wasn't really hot. It was in the low 80s. And when we got into the dome, I was kind of sweating, but I thought, oh, well, I got a t-shirt on, I got my jersey on, whatever. So I went to the bathroom, before our seats are kind of up high, so I went, let me use the bathroom before we go in. And I realized that I was shaking. I was weak. I was starting to not feel well, really weak. And so I told my husband, I said, I think I'm having one of my episodes. And he said, you're sweating really bad. And I had noticed I was sweating a little bit, but I felt I had sweat flowing down my neck my head was, I was sweating all over. My jeans were sticking to my legs because I was just sweating so profusely. So I thought, I'm having low blood sugar again. So I tried to think of the best thing to get to kind of bump it back up, and they have a vendor that does like nuts, like sugar and cinnamon coated nuts. So I got almonds, sugar and cinnamon coated almonds, and I ate a bunch of those, and after about 10 minutes I started to feel better, and I got a water, and so I felt better. But then like the rest of the day I was kind of, I didn't feel horrible, but I felt a little bit off, and so it's frustrating. And I think I have hypoglycemia, and I think it doesn't normally bother me because on a regular day I have a little bit of carbs. You know, I've upped my carbs. My carbs are usually, they used to be when I was in the losing phase, like the heavy losing phase, less than 45 grams a day. Now I do like anywhere from like 70 to 100 grams a day, which is still, you know, fairly low. I still don't do rice, pasta, bread, any of that kind of thing, potatoes. I get my carbs from fruit, yogurt, beans, that kind of thing. So, but normally in a normal work schedule, I'll have my protein shake that has milk in it in the morning, and then I'll have like a little mid-morning snack of like a Baby Bell cheese, and then at lunchtime I have my protein, like whatever meat I'm eating that day, and then at like 3:30 or 4 o'clock I have my fire yogurt with fruit in it, and then I have dinner at like, you know, say 6 or 6:30, something like that. So I'm eating like every 3 hours. So I think on a normal day I'm keeping my blood sugar okay, but I think Sunday, from me having, you know, tried to have like no carbs in the morning, I threw my system all out of whack, and that's why I had an attack. So at least I feel like I'm kind of starting to pinpoint it, but it frustrates me too. But so if anybody else knows anything about developing hypoglycemia after weight loss surgery, would you let me know, you know, what you've done or anything? Just like, I feel like I do know what to do that's correct, but like I told my husband, it's kind of frustrating that you can't have one off day that you do something unusual or unique, but it is what it is. The other issue I have been having is leg cramps, waking up in the middle of the night with like ridiculous leg cramps. I'll roll over and like stretch or something. This morning, I got leg cramps in both my legs. When I rolled over, I had to jump out of bed, and I could not even stand on my flat feet because I could not flatten my feet out. The leg cramps were so bad. And I have been eating a half a banana every day, almost every day. I was still getting leg cramps, so I started taking potassium supplement every day. And actually yesterday I had taken 2 because I had leg cramps the night before. I don't know what is going on with my body. I just don't know. Luckily, I'm going back to my surgeon in less than 2 weeks. It's like 2 weeks from yesterday. So I'm going to bring it up to him and see if there's a more potent supplement for potassium that I can take. I got a lot of good suggestions on Facebook today that I'm going to try, like massaging it, taking hot showers, soaking in Epsom salt, doing stretches. I don't know. That is a horrible way to wake up in the morning, you know. And I laid back down, and then I got another leg cramp and had to jump up again. It was just, I don't know. What else? Oh, Sandra, you know, I was talking about like my schedule and having to get back on like a regular exercise schedule and figured out what all the stuff. And Sandra, Lost and Found Mom, did a video yesterday, and it really made me think a lot about like making yourself a priority. And it's such a juggling act for when you're a parent, because of course your kids are important, and you want to put yourself first, but you got to put your kids first too. And you know, I feel like we only have our kids in our lives at this stage for a brief moment in time, really. And I don't want to waste a moment with them, but I also want to do everything that's the best for me too. And it is such a mental struggle over, 1, not feeling guilty, and 2, feeling like you're doing the best for yourself while doing the best for them too. And I know it's just a mother's challenge, and everybody has to go through it, but sometimes it really is, it's hard. It's hard to feel like you're giving up so much of yourself But then if you are putting yourself first, you feel like you're not giving up enough of yourself for your kids. So anyway, she did a really good video, so you might want to go out there and check that out. And then finally, on a sad note, if y'all watched my videos from the beginning, you know how I always say make it happen at the end. And the reason why I said that was because as a man that sits in front of us at the Saints games, that he's the one that always would yell out at the games, make it happen. And everybody in the section, you know, would call him, make it happen. And he just always did the funniest chants, and he was very intense and a very huge Saints fan. And that's why I started saying make it happen at the end of my videos, because he inspired me to do that. Well, when we went to the game on Sunday, his grandson, who always comes to the games with him, was there, and he had his little brother with him, and he told us that the man passed away last Wednesday. And it really, the whole section's really upset about it. He apparently he had cancer, and we didn't know, and he lost his battle with cancer, and it really saddened me that, because he inspired me so much with that phrase. You know, I use it all the time, and it just, I wanted to do a little tribute to him, and, you know, dedicate this video to him, because he did inspire me. So, y'all, have a good week. Hopefully my swelling will resolve itself, my leg cramps will resolve itself, I won't have any more hypoglycemia attacks, and I'll have a great week, and I'll be able to work in 3 days of exercise this week. Y'all go out and make it happen. I will. Bye, y'all.